to showmethecurry.com. I'm Anuja.
And I'm Hital. And if you're in the mood for idlis but you don't have the time to soak, to grind, to ferment, then here's a great option.
So today we are making Rava Idly. It's a great variation to the regular idli, and here's what you need. 2 cups coarse rava or suji, 2 tablespoons oil, 1 teaspoon mustard seeds, 1 pinch hing or asafoetida, 1 teaspoon each chana dal and urud dal, 1 whole dry red chili, 1 tablespoon broken cashew pieces, few curry leaves,
1 cup yogurt, well beaten, 1 cup water,
green chilies finely chopped to taste, 1 teaspoon grated ginger, salt 1 teaspoon or to taste, 5 sprigs of cilantro finely chopped, 2 teaspoons of Eno fruit salt, thinly sliced tomatoes and cilantro leaves for garnishing, cooking spray.
Okay, so to make our Rava Idly, we're going to first roast our suji in a little bit of oil with some other seasonings. So we have a pan going here on medium heat. We're going to add our oil. It's nice and hot.
Yeah.
And we're also going to add mustard seeds, a little bit of asafoetida. This is chana dal, urad dal. We have a whole dry red chili. We're just going to break it. And we have some cashew pieces. And we'll stir that around until the dals and the cashews get a nice golden color. And now we're going to go ahead and add in our suji. And we're going to keep stirring that really well and roasting it until the suji gets a nice aroma.
And while we have this roasting, we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of water, about half an inch to an inch of water in the pan, so that it needs to be boiling before we put the idlis inside. Okay, our suji is ready. We can. It's starting to get a little golden streaks, and also it smells absolutely fantastic. So we're going to turn off our stove, and we're going to now transfer it into another bowl because we want to stop the cooking process right here. Alright, and now we're going to let this cool down to room temperature.
His suji is cooled down nicely. It's a little bit warm, just slightly warm to the touch, but it's perfectly fine like that. And we're going to go ahead and mix all our other ingredients together. We have yogurt here. We're going to mix our green chilies in. And here's our ginger. We have some salt. Some curry leaves, and some cilantro. I'm going to give that a good mix and make sure all the salt is nicely incorporated inside. Okay, so this is mixed, and we're going to go ahead and pour this into our suji.
Wow.
Easy so far?
Right.
And we also have water. We're going to pour this in a little bit at a time and just keep mixing it and make sure there's no lumps in there.
And this needs to be actually really mixed well. And while Hital is doing that, I actually have a idli stand over here. It's looks like this. And this one is non-stick, but if you don't have, can find a non-stick one or you don't have one, that's fine. They all work just as well. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take the spray can and I'm going to just lightly coat it, spray it with the oil, just so that the idli doesn't stick at the bottom.
Okay, all the water is in here now, and it's mixed really well. Now the final step here, we have some Eno fruit salt. This is the agent which, when you put it in here, it makes it nice and foamy, and it prevents you from having to sit and ferment it all night, so very important.
And it has to be done last moment. Don't do it ahead of time.
You see that?
Oh yeah.
Nice bubbles. Perfect. Now we can go ahead and immediately put this into our idli stand.
Okay, we've got our idli stand all oiled, and this is absolutely optional for garnishing. It just looks very pretty. We've sliced the tomatoes, and I'm going to place them at the bottom. That along with the cilantro, or if you don't even want to use one or the other, that's absolutely fine. Just looks pretty.
It's great presentation.
And we're going to then go ahead and put the idli on top of that, the batter.
Now you don't want to overstuff your idli compartments because it does tend to rise a little bit, and it'll boil over otherwise. And we're going to repeat the process for the rest of the idlis.
Okay, the idli is done. Now it's very important that we alternate the holes with the idli. So if you notice, it's the holes, the idli, the holes, so it's kind of interlocking. The idli gets room to expand, and it just fluffs up nice, and it doesn't crowd up the whole thing.
So our pot of water is boiling now, so we can go ahead and put our idli stand inside. Now be careful, the steam is very hot, so gently in. Now it's important you have a pot with a tight fitting lid, and this one that we have actually has a little escape hole, so a little bit of the steam goes out, and it's not like a pressure cooker. But if you're using a pressure cooker, then you can use the same method, but leave the little weight whistle off of it. And we're going to steam this for about 15 minutes, 15 to 16 minutes on a medium heat, and then we'll check on it.
Okay, it's been 15 minutes. We're going to go ahead and turn off the stove. And if you're not very comfortable, you can leave it here for a couple of minutes. It's absolutely fine. Or you can take it out very carefully. It's very, very hot. Okay, and then it's been a couple of minutes. Cool down a little bit. We'll take out this tray and then very gently flip them around.
Perfect. So our Rava Idly are ready to enjoy. Beautiful.
They look absolutely delicious.
Yeah. And you can enjoy them with any kind of chutney or sambar, and or by themselves.
Yes. So join us again on another episode of ShowMeTheCurry.com.
Adding a pinch of spice to your life.